G'day folks, and welcome to World of Tanks with the Magnificent Margon. Today is going to be somewhat different. I don't know why it's telling me I'm platooned with a heap of other guys. Okay. I am not platooned with any of those guys. It's popping up. There's just a random thing that seems to be happening in WoT the Tanks. They're all other platoon guys, by the way, it seems. Let's have a look. Yes, they're all in a different platoon. They're in a platoon of their own. I'm actually playing with Kaz today on his Jack Panther, which isn't too bad. Now, this is probably only one of the games we played today in the Tier 7 ring. So I just thought, you know what, I haven't done a review on the Tiger P as such, so I thought, well, why not show you another one of my battles. Now, I've only had this a short period of time, but because I actually have a lot of the stuff from the Tiger on my tanks, it made this a hell of a lot easier for me. I didn't have to go through and grind up. I automatically started with the 8.8 centimeter KWK 43L71. Only thing I had to do was equip the turret. Along with that, I had the motor and I had the radio. So pretty well from the word go, this tank was set up and ready to go, ready to rock and roll. Now, the Tiger P, or also the other name it's known by, which is the VK4501P, was initiated in April 1942. It was a prototype developed immediately and entered production without any trials. So that's actually interesting. The 7.5, which I do agree is insufficient for penetrating basically a lot of the tanks in Tier 7. It's not a bad gun, but it has nowhere near the sniping ability of the 8.8. As you all know, I am very big on sitting back and picking targets off. So this tank works well, and the Tiger worked well for me as well. The great thing about the Tiger P though is with the 200 millimeters of armor, it makes it a very, very tough tank. Along with the turret having 100 mils on the front. So all in all, this tank is pretty tough all round. You can use it if you have to lead attacks, otherwise it can just be used as a sit behind tank and well, snipe basically, which is, as you can see here, we're shooting up the KV-1S at range. I believe he shoots at me. Or doesn't he get his shot off? I can't remember. Nope, doesn't get his shot off. So it is pretty tough all in all. It is just a very flexible tank. Like the Tiger 1 is not too bad. Like I did enjoy playing the Tiger 1. I probably enjoy playing this one a little bit more after I've played a few battles now. I've probably played about, I don't know, 4 or 5 battles in this tank. So I am starting to get the hang of it, and it is exactly the same nearly as the Tiger 1, except you can be a bit more of a breach gun, using your front mantle if you need to, and that's how I've played a few battles. As you can see, I've got Kaz with me, and him in his Panther, just the speed he gets with that, is he can just zip around up the front, and then I can come round the corners behind him, and if I need to, I can take the shots. So that was actually a little bit quicker than I thought it would be. Okay. I wasn't actually really paying attention to that. So all in all, the Tiger P is quite incredible in general. I've got another one I'm going to show you, which is on steps. I didn't realise how fast this one ended. I thought it went for a little bit longer when we came around this corner. but it did it? No, they take the 34 out just before we could get there. So yeah, but no, the Tiger P, it is quite an impressive tank. I've been blown away by all of its features and all of its abilities at the same time. I have bounced a hell of a lot of shots so far with this tank. Not because of the front armor, but just because, as you can see, I've got little dings here, but those little slight angle there just gives me a little bit more, well, a little bit less. What am I doing? Ability to be penetrated, so I get a lot more deflections off this tank. The gun mantle does add spatial armor as well to this, so it does boost up the ability to bounce as well. So it, all in all, like it is tough to penetrate this thing from the front. If you try to fight one of these at the front, it is tough. I've been in several different tanks, and going at man mode on the front, unless you're able to penetrate over 200 mils, there's no point. You've got to try and find a way around these things and hit it at the back. So alright guys, let's go over and have a look at steps now. Alright guys, so here we are over on steps. Now, this is a bit more of an open map. I decided to do something a little bit more different though. Being a tier 9 battle in a tier 7, I knew from the word go this was going to be tough. And Kaz said to me, what are you thinking, what are you feeling? And he's in a T-43, which is the Russian? Yes, the Russian medium tank. It's the one after the T-34-85, I believe. I can't really remember off the top of my head. But nonetheless, I said, well, I sort of feel I need to go over this way. Down into the valley area. So, me being me, I've trundled off using this thing as a bit of a sniper. There's not much to snipe at around this field, so it's a little bit disappointing that I wasn't able to. And maybe if I went round to the other side, to the Death Valley or the Ducat Valley or whatever you want to call it, over the right hand side, it may have been a bit different. A lot of the time you see medium tanks, a few heavy tanks go this way, and stuff like that. It's one of those things where you see this as a side where people sort of poke in and out, play peekaboo tactics and stuff like that. So for someone like me, I don't have to play peekaboo. I can just sort of go, yep, I'm here. If you shoot me in a rush manner, you're probably not going to penetrate me, so I don't have to worry too much, particularly with a bit of distance between me and you. Only thing is, this side's got more or less a wolf pack mentality. The IS-2 plus all the medium tanks that are around can more or less wolf pack things. As you can see there, I've missed the target a little bit, but someone else got it, so that's okay. So they're able to actually get around all these other bigger lumberous tanks that are over on this side. That Tiger 1 just got worked. Now I'm trying to climb this hill here. Great thing is, as I'm climbing this hill, I'm giving myself a little bit more angle on my tank too, so I'm able to actually use that. Just a pity that shot fell short, but I don't think I would have penetrated the T60 from the front. Now I saw the STA, there we go, nice one on the back of the head, and someone else took him out. So there's that 69, and someone else already got to him before I did. Now I see the AMX, and I did warn Kaz about the 1390. I said, oh, AMX 13 coming in on the left. So he knew straight away and goes, acknowledges and goes, yep, because I was sort of, because I'm at the back, I've got a little bit more time up my sleeve to actually look what's on the map and sort of call out markers where people are located by what I see in relation, to give him a bit more of an advantage in his medium tank to sort of go, alright, this is where I've got to move and things like that, and then I sort of go, this is what I've do. Now I saw the IS-2 was on very low hit points, so I actually decided I sort of want to take a bit more of the front line here and the draw the fire. So now I have got no way am I going to penetrate a Jig Tiger 8.8 from the front. There is no way am I going to do it, no matter what I do. Great thing is, because he's so low down, he can't actually properly shoot me by the way it seems. So he's just been taken out by a whole heap of other guys, focus firing on me, which has not really helped him in any way, shape or form. I don't know whether he was detracked there or not, or what was going on, but he really didn't have a chance. Now, this is the funny bit. I've come up round to the STA, the STY, sorry, or the ST1, whichever you want to look at it, the Russian Tier 9, and sort of just got in the circle and thought, you know what, I'm just going to get some cap points. Haven't got that much damage this battle, and just shoot this guy when opportunities arise. Like this one here. Perfect. I detracked him, I think, for a few seconds, so then he fixed himself. And someone else killed him. So, guys, that's the Tiger P. I haven't been able to get this thing into positions, but I know where I've got to play this thing, how I've got to play this, and it's working out pretty good. Hardest thing about this side of the map was it was definitely Wolfpack, and being in this tank, it's not easy to keep up with medium tanks. Like top speed 35 kilometers an hour. It's not like it's slow, but some of the other ones are 40, maybe 45 kilometers an hour. So keeping up with them makes it very difficult for me. But if I get a nice map which is pretty open and pretty flat, like maybe like Prohovoka or things like that, I could use the ability of the 8.8 as a sniper gun. So I wouldn't have to be at the front. I could sit back, just plant shots into different other tanks and penetrate them at distance, which will give me more or less an ability to assist them in that way. Now the great advantage is I've been really looking forward to playing the Tiger P. Discovered today, and I did remember it and I have read it, but I reread it today and went, oh, I can actually get the Ferdinand with this tank. So the tank I'm aiming for while playing this tank is actually going to be the Ferdinand. I'm going to grind up the VK4502P Ostef A. I do want to get the VK45. It is going to be I do want to get the mouse, but at the same time the Ferdinand sort of fixed turret TD is one that I've been aiming for, and that's the one that Kaz is aiming for as well. So I thought, you know what, why don't I go down the path where I can actually get it? Now, reasons for me doing this is I will be playing a few more battles in my Tiger P in the upcoming months and weeks, due to the fact that when Azara she gets up to tier 7, it gives me another tank that I can use to grind with her, along with Shojamaru. He's actually in tier 7 with a Tiger 1, so I can actually use my Tiger P to play with him currently. Along with Kaz has got a heap of different tanks. Now I do have a couple of tier 7s, but most of my tier 7s now have been upgraded into the tier 8, so this is the only one I've got at tier 7 at the moment to play. So I will be playing quite a lot of other battles on this thing. I am working on my Stog 3 to upgrade it to the Panther, I think it is. No, that can't be right. Not sure. I can't remember. But I'm working on the Stug 3 as well, so that there are quite a few different tanks that I am in the process of working on at this point in time. Reasons that I'm working, well, particularly with the Stug 3 Austin G, is I went up the fixed turreted line and things like that, so I can actually use this one to unlock other tanks in the future. So not the Fernland, but the Panther, the 8.8. So the Egg Panzer is the one that comes next after the Stug. So I already got the Hertzer. Don't need. I like the Hertzer, but yeah, that's down the track. So it's going to be actually quite interesting when I get up to those other tanks. Particularly being able to get the EAG Panther 2. It's something I wouldn't mind having. And then Kaz can be in his Fernand, I can be in my Panther, and someone else can be in one of their heavy tanks. Now I know Azara is getting up to the Tiger. She's going down that line. I might even try to encourage her to go for the Tiger P, but I feel the Tiger line going down to the E100 is a much nicer line to do. That was the first line I went down with my German tanks, and I did enjoy it a lot more. So I might encourage you to go down that way, and then go back and do the Tiger P line like I've been doing, and playing a fixed turreted TD at the same time. But guys, outside of that, like, you'll probably see quite a few more of these battles popping up soon. I imagine I am gonna start getting a lot better now, and I'm getting a bit more confident. And I do need to actually buy some paint for this tank. Much as the grey is nice, I can't have a grey tank for too long. But unfortunately, I'm actually out of gold at the moment. I do need to get a bit more gold on my account. Seems to be burning a hole in my pocket at the moment, all the gold that I've been spending. Along with, I'm almost at a premium time, so I do need to get some more premium time for World of Tanks. Looked at that today and went, oh, gotta do that. So I got a few things, but it can wait for the time being. Get used to this tank and things like that. So outside of that, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Yeah, enjoy what you do, guys. Happy hunting. I'll catch you on those battlefields.